my channel. It has been forever since I recorded a tutorial, like months for YouTube. Like, I'm embarrassed to even say that I have a YouTube channel when people ask me. So I apologize for not uploading in forever and a day. Life has been nuts. I've moved, I've had so much stuff going on, I've had health stuff going on. I've had really amazing things and not so amazing things happen in the last few months, but it's okay. It will all work out and I am in a much better place. So thank you so much to everybody who's reached out to me across all of my social media platforms. I still have been pretty active on my other platforms. Just YouTube takes a lot of time and I wanted to make sure that it was executed properly. So since I wasn't able to invest the amount of time that I wanted to make sure that my channel looked aesthetically the way that I wanted it to look, I decided that I wasn't gonna make videos until I was ready. So now I am finally back and I hope that you guys will subscribe and then you're not too mad at me for not posting for a while. But I will be back and I will try my best to upload 2 videos a week. I'm definitely gonna at least do 1 video per week, but I've allocated a lot of time to my channel because I wanna make sure that it is done right. So this is the look that I filmed for you guys today. I was using the new Hudabeauty Rose Gold Edition palette. It is this beautiful palette. This is what it looks like. And it comes with a ton of shades. It comes with 7 metallic shades. So all of these are shimmery shades and the rest of them are matte. So I used it to create this look. I think I used one other product besides this palette. It's a great addition to anybody's collection, especially if you want something that has a nice mix of matte shadows and shimmery shadows. I thought the pigment for the palette was beautiful. It had minimal fallout. At the end of the day, there is going to be no perfect product, nothing that's going to have no fallout. So the fact that it had just a little bit wasn't a big deal. I think that the shades are beautiful and they can be used on a ton of different skin tones, which is something that I like to take into account before I talk about any product to you guys or on any social media platforms, because I want to make sure that a good amount of people are still able to use the palette, not just for one demographic. Unless it is created just for a specific type of individual, then that's fine. But I think eyeshadows should be a little bit more versatile because you're creating one product that's supposed to be used universally. So I think that this is definitely a great option, especially if you're looking for something, like I said earlier, with a nice range of shimmer shades and matte shades. If you guys are interested in seeing how I got this look, just stay tuned because I'm going to be showing you this full face routine in addition to this eye look. So I will see you guys in my next video and thanks for checking me out. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in my next video. I'm going to prime with the LC Pearl Radiance Primer, applying it all over my skin. I recently used a new face wash because the one that I always use, I ran out of it and it's only available online. I didn't have time to pick it up. So my skin broke out really bad. So I was avoiding makeup for like 4 or 5 days, but now we're gonna get back into it. So I'm gonna use my little ratchet way to get my foundation out. Don't judge me, but it doesn't wind up anymore because it's literally dead. This is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD stick, and this is a full coverage cream foundation stick. It's the one that I almost use every single day. I rotate between this one and the Makeup Forever Ultra HD liquid, which I also really like. And in the wintertime, I'm 425. In the summer, I'm 445. Then I'm just going to grab my Anastasia stick foundation. This is in the shade Espresso. And I'm going to just be mapping out my contour areas, adding a little bit to my temples, along my hairline, and down the sides of my nose. Then I'm going to grab my Smashbox concealer. This is the 24-hour waterproof concealer. This is a new one for me as well. So I originally went in with medium dark, and now I'm just going to go in with medium just to brighten it up a little bit. I'm just going to put that right over top. I almost always use 2 concealers. So now I'm just going to start blending this out. I'm just going to use the end of the Beauty Blender to blend out my forehead contour areas. So now I'm just going to set the areas on my face that generally like to crease, which is usually around my eye area. So I'm just going to dip that same Beauty Blender into the Laura Mercier powder. You want to make sure that you don't have creasing under the eyes before you go in with that, because that's just gonna to set that area. So now that that's all set, so I'm going to be using the Pure Cosmetics. This is the 4-in-1 Mineral Pressed Powder. This is in the shade Golden Dark. And then I'm going to be using a Must-Have flat paddle brush. So I'm just going to set the outer rim of my face and all of the areas that basically don't have any powder, including my eyelids. I'm just going to add a little bit of bronzer. I'm going to be using the Urban Decay matte bronzer. This is in the shade Sunkissed. And I'm also going to be using the Hula bronzer by Benefit. So I'm going to be mixing these two. And I'm just using this on a contoured angle brush. This is by Dose of Colors. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that product. And I'm just going to start shaping out my cheekbones a little bit. Taking a little bit of that product, and then I'm just going to carve out my nose just a little bit. I'm going to drag that into the front of the brow. And I'm going to start working on my eyes. So I'm going to be using the Kat Von D Tattoo Eye Primer. So I'm just going to blend that out before the product sets. So this is the palette that I'm going to be using today. This is a new one for me. This is the Hudabeauty Rose Gold Edition palette. So this is what it looks like. The first shade that I'm going to go in with is this one right here. This one is called Sandalwood. Tap off the excess, and I did leave the powder under my eyes in case I have any fallout. So since this is a smoky eye, you can go a little bit heavier with the shadows. Then I'm going to go in with the next deepest shade. This one is called Henna with that same Morphe 441 brush, and I'm just going to bring it slightly lower. Some people like to do their smoky eyes in reverse, so they start with the darker shade and move up. So I'm just going to start blowing out Sandalwood a little bit and bringing it towards my brow. Now I'm going to go in with Cocoa, which is this brown shade right here, and I'm going to get really close to that lash line. And I'm going to start blending that directly into the crease. So now I'm just going to start packing Cocoa onto my lid. And this is the concealer brush by Dose of Colors. That color payoff is really nice. I am noticing a little bit of fallout with the brown shade, but not with the other two shades. So I'm just going to take just the end of that brush, and I want to start blending out that line. So I picked up a brush that was a little bit more dense. This is the E25 by Sigma. So all I'm doing is rotating between the initial two shades that I use, Sandalwood and Henna. And I'm just making sure that everything is nice and smooth. So now I'm happy with that. I'm just gonna grab my paddle brush that I used to do my makeup earlier and lightly dust under my eyes. So I'm just going to go in with the same shades that I used, Sandalwood, Henna, and then Cocoa. Then I just grabbed a little bit of 24K. So I'm gonna be grabbing this pigment. This is by Artist Couture. This is in the shade Gold Digger. So now I'm just going to add a little bit of glow all over my face. I'm going to be using the Glow Kit by Anastasia. I'm going to be mixing Golden Dawn and Sunray. That's kind of been the combo that I really like, which is Golden Dawn is here and Sunray is here. And I'm just going to grab that on a Smith Cosmetics brush. This is in 112. So these two, too much. Dusting off that excess. I'm just popping that on. I'm gonna use that same paddle brush that I used and just kind of blend this in. So now I'm just gonna be grabbing my lash curlers from Tarte. This is their holiday edition. Once my lashes are curled, I'm going to be throwing on a few coats of mascara. I'm gonna be using the Tarteist Lash Paint by Tarte. So House of Lashes has a new pair of lashes. These are called Knockout. So I think I'm gonna give these a try. So this is what they look like. So now that those are on, I'm gonna be using a new lipstick. This one is by Lime Crime in the shade Lana. It's a metallic shade. The shades are really pretty. So this is the final look, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. I promise it will not be another 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months until I post another one.